This series of Your 4x4 is proudly presented by ARB 4x4 Accessories, Piranha Off-Road Products, Carryboy 4x4 Canopies and Accessories, Berrima Diesel, Light Force Performance Lighting, Brown Davis Automotive and Kmart 4-wheel drive products.
Located around 40 kilometres northeast of Port Augusta, the quaint township of Quorn is a popular stop-off destination and serves as a gateway for many travellers on their way from Adelaide to the Flinders Ranges. For many years, Quorn served as the crossroads for the Trans-Australian Railway, an important stop for any person travelling across the country. Gradually, Quorn's importance diminished as the railway services disappeared, eventually resulting in the closure of all train lines out of Quorn. The Pichi Richi Railway Preservation Society was formed by rail enthusiasts who successfully restored and preserved the unique bridges and stonework built in the previous century that formed the railway through the Pichi Richi Pass between Quorn and Stirling North. Today, the Pichi Richi Railway is a popular tourist and historical attraction, putting Quorn on the map, and it's our first stop on our Flinders adventure.
This week we're up in the Flinders Ranges. I'm really looking forward to this week quite a lot because this time all our friends from Your 4x4 come to visit us up here in South Australia to see the country that we've got in our backyard. This is a remarkable part of South Australia. We're going to be seeing some really ancient land, some real geologically formed features, a lot of erosion, gullies, watercourses, a bit of corrugated conditions on the road probably, a lot of dust, and you get that in the Australian outback. But all up, it's a beautiful part of South Australia and really looking forward to showing everybody around. I think we're going to do a fair bit of travelling. The Flinders Ranges is a larger area than most people realise. So, we'll be doing quite a bit and showing as much of it as we can. Some accommodation of some bush camping into some of the gorges in the National Park. The Brackena Gorge particularly, looking forward to showing everybody that. The Bunyaroo Range is just fantastic, so really looking forward to getting the cars through there. Heading up Parachilna into the Outback Hotel there and enjoying the 5-star hospitality that they have on offer. And even Arkaroola. Arkaroola is a terrific location. There's an observatory there, Old Stone Observatory. We'll get to do some planet observation and also go on some tracks that they've got there, some private tracks, and get out and see the country firsthand. We're up at Willow Springs, so we're doing the Sky Track there, which is a pay-per-use 4-wheel drive track, which has outstanding views over the Wilpena area. And then into Rawnsley Park. So that's probably the 5-star accommodation of the trip. So we'll finish off there with a big hearty dinner and a debrief, and looking forward to everybody's hospitality very much. We're really excited and hope you enjoy seeing the country along with us. So we're located here in Quorn. It's a historic township. Quorn used to be the crossing roads of Australia. Used to be to go from north to south or east to west, you had to cross through Quorn. These days it's a little bit different. The train lines moved, so now what's basically left is this. It's a living museum really. So it's the Pichi Richi Pass, and this rail line is still running. It's been preserved by a group of volunteers. It'll run from here in Quorn towards Port Augusta and stopping at Woolshed Flat, turning around and heading back. So it's something a bit different for the group.
Good morning guys, Alan Johnson here from Piranha. We are here in Quorn. This is the beginning of the Pichi Richi Railway. This week should be great. This sort of terrain is outback Australia. This is the Flinders Ranges. There's some magic country out here, and it's an area that we've been to quite a few times, but it never ceases to surprise me how it changes. We've seen everything from wildflowers to desert. This is outback Australia at its very best.
Hi everybody, I'm Rod from Kmart, and here we are in beautiful Quorn, South Australia, which is what they call the capital of the Flinders Ranges. The Flinders Ranges for us has always been a go-to place. Just going through some of the gorges that this place is renowned for, that's what I'm really looking forward to. The Flinders is on the edge of the outback, very rugged, very dry, so yeah, we're just really looking forward to driving the whole of the Flinders.
Hi, I'm Andrew from Berrima Diesel DP Chip. Here we are at Quorn in South Australia, sort of on the foothills of the Flinders Ranges. This is a special trip for us actually. We've got Dad with us, so he's first gen, started Berrima Diesel. He's in his 60th anniversary year in diesels this year. Obviously I'm the second gen, I've got my son third gen with us now, so really looking forward to a good trip. We've had a great time coming across to here. It's been a trip in itself. We've now got another 5 days to go, so really looking forward to it. Obviously today we've got the Pichi Richi Railways, so we'll be heading out on that lovely old diesel train today, looking forward to it.
G'day, my name's Daniel. I'm here representing Carryboy Australia. Really excited to get away with these guys, they're big names, and looking forward to the trip. I've done heaps of four-wheel driving, but not with a group of guys like this before. It's all been sort of by ourselves, so really excited. This morning we're going on the Pichi Richi Railway, so we're out of the seats of the cars and doing something a little bit different.
Viewers, our job is to inspire you to get out to the beautiful destinations that we visit. And to help you do that, we've put together some fantastic specials. Jump onto the YOUR4X4 website, click on the specials tab and see all of the great deals that will help you get the same products that we use on your own four-wheel drive and get out here and explore in comfort and safety.
ARB, Australia's largest manufacturer and distributor of 4x4 accessories, has everything you need for your next off-road adventure. From bull bars and suspension to recovery gear and lights, we've got four-wheel drives of all shapes and sizes covered. Whether you're heading off to bitumen for a weekend getaway or preparing for that epic round Australia trip, enjoy a safer, more comfortable journey with ARB. To order a copy of our free catalogue, visit our website or give us a call.
Sometimes the front runners lead from behind, and when it comes to protecting your rear, Kmart are world leaders in rear end protection and tow bar combinations. The just released Prado 150 is no exception, with a bar that is designed to follow the car's lines and work with your sensors and factory camera. For the best in rear end protection, trust Kmart. It's a statement, not just an accessory, but the toughest of 4x4 trips. For more info, go to kmart.com.au.
Got a tough 4x4 tourer and enjoy hitting the tracks? Odds are you'll need some serious underguard protection and a heavy-duty long-range tank. Brown Davis Automotive offer aluminised steel underguard protection plates and long-range tanks for most popular makes and models. They're designed and developed right here in Australia and have been tested to the extreme right across this great country. Remember Brown Davis Automotive. It's a trusted and family-owned Aussie business and proud manufacturers of high-end tanks, underguards and more.
Got a ute? Need more space? Need it to be safe and secure? And of course stylish? Then look no further than Carryboy. Designed with the true lines of your vehicle in mind and the ultimate in functionality, a Carryboy canopy will transform the look and performance of your utility. For more information on why Carryboy are the world leaders in canopy design, durability and practicality, visit carryboy.com.au.
We have had an extremely leisurely morning, but Danny's got something lined up especially for us. What have we got going on?
Real treat this morning, Simon, something that you have been looking forward to for a while. Pichi Richi Railway. We'll be jumping on, heading down to Woolshed Flat. It's going to be great.
Viewers, join us as we explore the Flinders Ranges in stunning South Australia. We'll see you shortly. Let's get on the train, Danny.
All right.
Good morning guys, here we are in beautiful downtown Quorn and we're about to go for a ride on the Pichi Richi Railway. Now the train that we're going in today is made up of an old Commonwealth Railways ex-GAN engine built in London in 1969. It produces 1100 horsepower, which is pretty impressive. But the amazing thing about this, like all things made in the UK, whether it be the British government, which leaks secrets, or British soft tops, which leak water, this train leaks oil at a rate of 6 litres a minute. Now, I'm not kidding. I asked the guy, where does the oil go? And he said, out. But this is a pretty cool old train. So I'm looking forward to this fantastic adventure. It's about 45 k's. We're going up to a place called Woolshed Flat, and hopefully we'll get there without running out of oil and back again. But it should be a great adventure, and this is actually a very important part of Australian history. The Transcontinental Railway was the meeting place where all the trains used to meet. So when you go to Quorn and you see the township, there's some magnificent houses and buildings. It was like a big central part of Australia. So guys, we're looking forward to this journey, so come along and it should be fun.
My name's Andrew Ward. I'm Member Services Manager for the Pichi Richi Railway. That means I look after all the members' requirements. The railway, in fact, has been running for over 40 years now. It was established in 1973. Our first train ran in 1974, and we've been running trains ever since. The train today is our historic NT diesel, the only one of its class left. They were introduced in the 1960s and run on the narrow gauge of the Commonwealth Railways. And today it's being used on our train down to Woolshed Flat, our Pichi Richi Explorer. And we've got about 122 people on it today, so good numbers. And it'll take about 45 minutes or so to get down there. We don't claim to be fast, but we'll get you there and we'll get you back. The trip today will take you past what's called Devil's Peak, one of the most significant features of the Pichi Richi Pass, and then down through the old settlement of Pichi Richi and into Woolshed Flat, and that was in fact the construction site for the line back in 1878. There's some quite significant geological features along the way. You'll see some of them as we go past the Devil's Peak and some of the red rock sandstone on the way, yeah. And a bit of wildlife too. With a bit of luck we'll see some kangaroos and maybe some goats and things as well. I guess it was the site of a steam train back in the 1960s that actually got my interest fired up in Pichi Richi Railway, to see a steam train working across the Wallachra Plain to Orca, and this cloud of oily black smoke that was trailing behind, and that sort of got my interest up. Yeah, here I am still, even if we are running diesel today. Look, it'd be good if the guys from Berrima Diesel could maybe have a look at our diesel. It's a bit bigger than theirs, I think, but yeah, it's a sort of diesel you can walk around. In my opinion, this is the best way to see the countryside, by train, but if you want to do it another way, go and see it in a four-wheel drive.
Guys, we're here at Woolshed Flat. We've done about 40 k's from where we left this morning at Quorn, at the riveting speed of about 20-something kilometres an hour, and I did check that electronically. We've got here, and it's a great spot to stop at. There's food, which we don't probably need, but it's still a nice place. But we've come on this amazing train, and that's what it's all about, this amazing train, Pichi Richi Railway, heritage railway, and it's just a magnificent thing. This is part of what was the old original GAN. It's a diesel electric, and it's still running, and it's running beautifully today. The sound of the train, the clickety-clack, the running over the rails, the wooden sleepers, the whole thing, the character of this is amazing. And we've got great railway journeys of the world. We've got Puffing Billy in Victoria. We've got this thing here. There's many of them, but this is a high point. I love trains. So with this train, obviously you can't turn trains around, like they can't do a U-turn, so this one's done a bit of a loop. We've now got the front at the back, so the green carriage one, which I should emphasise is first class, is now at the front of the train instead of the back of the train. So we'll get to see it from a different angle, which is all good. I'm probably one of those people that's a bit of a train nut, and I'm sorry, I apologise, but it is cool. But no, there was a whole group of people who had just dedicated everything from fixing the tracks to keeping the trains running to servicing all the machinery, all the signalling equipment, and it's a great thing because it's part of our heritage, and once it's lost, it's gone forever. And the really cool thing is there's actually young guys, younger than me, involved in this society, which is keeping it going. It's a piece of our history. Haven't got much, but this is an important bit. Many, many years ago, before we were all sort of put together as a nation, they were a bit worried about Victoria maybe invading New South Wales or New South Wales invading Victoria, so we had different track widths. Now that's crazy. We now have uniform track widths, but what we actually have here is narrow gauge. And narrow gauge was used traditionally where they couldn't get the wider tracks in. And there are narrow gauge railways all around Australia, which was little tributaries, like little creeks feeding into a major river, which was the big trains. And this is one of them, and it's just magic because you get that great sensation, that great feeling. This is part of our history and it's all fun. Now these cuttings are pretty amazing because of the colour of the rock and the colour of the terrain. It's pretty special. When you think about it, it wasn't dug with excavators or hydraulic machinery. All these excavations were to be done with dynamite and slaves basically digging out the surplus, all the overburden. So this is pretty incredible. Trains can't go up really steep terrain, so obviously they've got to keep the track fairly level. So to get it to that point is a lot of work. This is a heritage track, as I was saying before. Wooden sleepers, it's all how it should be as it was done originally. It's a very special piece of terrain. Now the other thing is too, this little bit of track's only 40 odd k's long, but my goodness, there's some scenery in it. Some of those old bridges, they're actually riveted together, and you can see that they were made in sections just like Meccano. These bridges are like box girders and things. They're fantastic. You learn all about engineering and strength. So yeah, still there, still working and still strong.
Our first entry this week is this FJ Cruiser, shown here on top of the dunes at Lantillon in Western Australia. Next is this Mitsubishi Triton, great for weekends away adventuring. This shot was taken on the way to Mary River in Queensland. This GU Patrol looks great in the wide open outback. A washed out bridge between Birdsville and Boulia gave the family a little 200-kilometre detour. Now this Ranger looks like a fun getaway machine. It's shown here out on a weekend trip to Jenolan in New South Wales. Our last entry for this week is a beauty. The 70 series was snapped out on the farm at just the right time of day, and it looks awesome.
If you've just seen your photo and you're the first to email danny@your4x4.com.au, then you've won yourself a Kmart Centerpool recovery hitch and stubby holder, a Lightforce tack torch and stubby holder, and a $100 gift voucher from ARB. All entries go into the draw for a Carryboy slider tray, a DP chip plug and go pedal chip, and a Brown Davis long range fuel tank. For more information, visit your4x4.com.au.
Warning, beware of imitation lights. Only Lightforce performance lighting guarantees Australian made, no leaking or melting, quality output and 3-year warranty. Unlike their imitators, Lightforce lights feature peerless construction, leak-proof seals, impact-proof lenses and filters, vibration and fracture-resistant mounts and housing, and stainless steel fittings, outshining and outlasting their impersonators in every way. Often imitated, never replicated. Visit lightforce.com for the full range of authentic Lightforce lights.
Do you want better performance from your modern diesel 4x4? Then a DP chip is your answer for safe, reliable and enduring power gains. Backed by Australia's premier diesel workshop, a DP chip offers increased power and torque output, better drivability and can even improve economy. With 24/7 customer support, a 60-day money-back guarantee, a 6-year warranty, plus a matched new vehicle engine and driveline warranty, there is no other choice for safe, reliable and enduring diesel performance gains. Check dpchip.com for full details. If you drive a four-wheel drive with or without a dual battery kit, then it's time to upgrade. Modern vehicles and modern battery technologies require smart electronics, and the Piranha Off-Road Products DBE140 dual battery controller has all the smart grunt you will need packed into an affordable and tiny package. Priced at just $170, the Piranha DBE140 is the smart choice in dual battery management. For more information on how you can stay charged, visit piranhaoffroad.com.au.
Our question for the experts this week comes from Daniel Mumberson, who's written in, when running diff breather hoses to the engine bay, can I use one hose for the rear diff and the transfer case, and one for the gearbox and the front diff, or is it best to run individual hoses? Well, Daniel, that's a great question. Let's check in with the experts at Piranha for the answer.
Now we've been asked a very good question today. We've got diff breathers on our vehicle and we want to obviously run into the transfer box and gearbox. What sort of hosing do we need and how do we do it and how do we set it up? So if we were going to use one hose, we would have that onto the top of our diff, then we'd have a T-piece and we'd actually go onto our transfer box because it's running from the front to the back of the car. The problem you've got with this is when you hit that enormous amount of water, obviously the suction that you're going to get is going to be absolutely significant. And if the hose isn't big enough or the hose is compromised, you're going to take the line of least resistance, and that line of least resistance is supposed to be our diff breather. If it can't breathe quick enough, you're going to get water into both of these things. So on that answer to that question, if you've got a big vehicle like a Land Cruiser, I'd actually run separate breathers for gearbox, transfer box and front and rear diff. On a Suzuki or a smaller vehicle where you've got a lot less volume, you could probably get away with putting a T-piece. Now the last part of the question would have to be, if you have an automatic transmission, is that the same as a manual gearbox? And no, it's not the same. Manual gearboxes normally just have a breather on top like these. A lot of automatic transmissions are very well sealed up and are less likely to get water into them, but it's still, a breather's a very good idea. So big vehicles run multiple breathers, smaller vehicles possibly get away with running one with a T-piece.
For asking that question, you've won yourself a Piranha carry bag and beanie, a DP chip hamper featuring a keyring, pen, cap, plush toy and stubby holder, and a Brown Davis tub seal repair kit. All Ask an Expert entries go into the draw for an ARB twin motor compressor, a set of Light Force Genesis driving lamps, a Travel Buddy oven and a Piranha tilt fridge slide combo. For more information, visit your4x4.com.au.
After leaving Quorn, we came along Arden Vale Road and we've actually come across a gravesite of a gentleman named Hugh Proby. Now, Hugh was a pastoralist here in the 1850s and he was the son of an Earl of Scotland, and he tragically died in the local Wallachera Creek, which flooded after a flash thunderstorm, which is typical of this area here. You know, dry 1 minute and then a thunderstorm up in the ranges will flood this creek within a couple of hours. So he went to rescue his stock and unfortunately died in the creek. So we're at this gravesite, which is quite impressive because 6 years after his death, his brothers and sisters, they had stones shipped over from Scotland and placed it on the grave. It's a 1.5 tonne piece of stone with his memory printed onto the stone. So quite impressive for an area where we are. So very surprising to come across this gravesite. We didn't expect it, but these are the good little quirks of doing trips like this. You can take in the local history and see what actually happened. So good little point of interest on our way up to Hawker.
Viewers, our Colorados have been sensational performers. You've come along with us as we've taken them right across Australia and certainly enjoyed the ride they've provided. We're here in the Flinders, we've got the Colorados again along, but this time we've got something a little bit more exciting, guys. We have got this beast, an Iveco Daily 4x4 that's been specifically put together by Iveco for us to test on this Flinders Ranges trip. Now guys, this beast comes with 37-inch tyres. It's got 3 diff locks, a centre diff lock and a front and rear diff lock. It is going to be an awesome vehicle for us to test across the Flinders Ranges, so join us as the Colorado, the Iveco Daily 4x4 and the rest of the sponsors explore the Flinders.
So this morning we started off at Quorn and it was a beautiful sunshine, and all of a sudden we got a few rain clouds coming across us and we thought what we're going to be up for, but it was an interesting drive. We went straight down north out of Quorn. We made the bypass pretty smoothly and a few nice little washouts going through the cattle grids, and yeah, it was just awesome. The four-wheel drives rode well and pretty keen to see what we're up for next.
Well, what a great day we've had here in South Australia, starting off in the beautiful little historic town of Quorn. So yeah, we got a little bit of rain, took sort of some of the dust down, but there was still a little bit of dust out there. I mean, what do you expect? We're in the outback here, you love it. Just live on the dust really, I think, out here. It's probably got vitamins in it too. Onto Parachilna, onto some really long straights, and they just really look like they disappear into the horizon, which of course they pretty much did. I think it was probably about 70 k's of just straight road. And here we were, turned up at this oasis, and you know, look at these buggers here. They're having a drink without me, and I don't even think there's a spare beer on that plate. But yeah, look, looking forward to a good night. Probably look at the sunset, but turn around and have a look at the mountains because they just go into 3D colours. Just phenomenal.
There was people everywhere. There was the little girls taking their selfies, there was us boys, grown up, adults, and we're getting our own DP pictures for Instagram, Facebook. It's just it was a blast, and one of those photos you'll just never forget. So here we are at the Prairie Hotel. We're just in the lovely lodge here right now. I've just recently ordered my meal and something new for myself, been to the outback. A bit of kangaroo, a bit of emu and a bit of goat, so I'm pretty impressed with the menu and I'm really excited to see how it's going to taste. The setting of the pub, it's amazing. You can sit out the front, be nice and cosy. I've already run into a few people from all different parts of Australia and the beer was just unreal, nice and cold, and it's just a nice relaxed setting. I'm here in the lodge right now and it's stunning, it's warm, it's cosy. I've seen some of their better rooms and I would recommend that to anyone, or even if for the basic camper you can just grab a cabin and after a long day of camping, that's all you sort of need, but you got the best of both worlds and the beer's cold. So to summarise the day, it's been absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see what the rest of the week brings. Like I said, it's the first time in the Flinders Ranges and the backdrop is beautiful. The ranges, we captured the sunset here before. The sunset itself was good, but if you took the time to turn around and you could actually have a look at the mountain ranges and the shadows, you really need to get out here yourselves and just experience the Australian outback. It's unreal.